And I welcome you back to the Dobrenic channel, and tonight we are talking about Lake Powell. We're going to be talking about Lake Mead and the Colorado River, and this thing is in bad shape, and I have the history of Lake Powell that I want to show you and where we stand today, and we're at a record low since the lake has been filled. This thing is on a downward spiral and could be a dead pool sooner than they originally thought, and I have everything you need to know. So if you guys are interested in subscribing at the end of the video, please consider doing that. And if you guys think this is worthy of a like, please consider that as well. And we are going to roll right out to windy.com like we always do, and we're going to start off here in Colorado. And the reason why we start off here is this is where all the snow runs to. This is Lake Powell here, this is Lake Mead here, here's your Flaming Gorge up there, and we also have Lake Havasu down here, Lake Mojave down here as well. So we'll be talking about all these reservoirs here in a bit. As we start off, we are here along the divide, and you can see in the next 10 days you're going to get 0.37 inches, 0.56. It's kind of sporadic. It looked a lot better yesterday with the long turn. Here's the beginning of the Green River, and this is your Flaming Gorge out here, and you can see right here they're going to get 0.62, which is good because they've been fairly dry. Down here by the Flaming Gorge as well, 0.31, and then over here 0.54. we got Steamboat Springs down here, 0.58, and we come down to Vail, Colorado, and you got 0.21, Aspen 0.28, and down here 0.38. This is what's going on. We're going to go to the new snow accumulation, and you can see just not a whole lot. This is definitely not a repeat of 1983 where we had a real heavy several storms in a row spring here, and just not happening this time. You have 5.1, and then you come up here by Steamboat Springs, you have 5.6. just to the north of Steamboat Springs you have 5.6, and you come over here to the Green River up here, you have a good 6.1. now we're going to go to snow depth. As we roll in here to snow depth, you can see that it's currently at Steamboat Springs you got 44 inches, Vail 47, Aspen 51, Rico you have 41, Lake City you have 35, Ridgeway 35, and along here just to the south of Delta you have 24, and we go over to Grand Junction you got 1.4 and 23 down here. We go up here to Mount Pleasant over here just to the north of it, 36. The snowpack is just kind of average this time of year. It's not really good, it's not real weak, it's kind of in the middle. It's not a real fantastic snowpack, and I will show you what I'm talking about here in a minute as we go to the snow totals here next. The snowpack in the upper Colorado is 95.58% of the March 17th average. April 6th is the date of max snowpack in the snow basin, and the pack is currently 85.12% of the average of April 6th. So it's looking pretty dismal, and we'll go to this chart real quick. You can see back in, let's say, 2019, the snowpack was much higher then, and even in 2015 the snowpack was around the same height, and actually 2019 was so much higher. There is hope, but boy, as we get closer and closer to April, it's not looking very good, and I just showed you the forecast and that didn't look very good either. So there is big concerns at Lake Powell. Let's roll over to the Flaming Gorge and see what is currently going on down there next. As we roll down to Flaming Gorge Reservoir, the water level at Flaming Gorge is 6,018.19 feet MSL. Wednesday, March 16, 2022 at 12 a.m. The level is 21.81 feet below full pool of 6,040. Changes since yesterday, 0.02 feet. We're going to roll down to Lake Powell, and I have a whole lot to talk about there. Lake Powell water level is currently 3,524.83 feet MSL, and this was Wednesday, March 16th, so this was last 2 nights ago, 2022 at 12 a.m. The level is 175.17 feet below full pool of 3,700, and the changes since 24 hours prior to that was 0.13, and it is the lowest that it has ever been since it's filled up. Real quick, the water level 2 days ago was at 3,525.08 feet, and the problem with that's the target elevation it provides with the lake 35 vertical foot buffer designed to minimize the risk of dropping below the minimum power pool elevation, 3,490. So that we're less than 35 feet away, and dead pool's 3,370 feet. The power pool no longer will be able to produce. We're at 3,490 feet, and we're at 3,525, and that's a very good possibility. The top of the dam's 3,700, as we talked a million times, and dead pool no longer would be able to deliver water to lower Colorado River basins through the dam. So they are getting to a very, very crucial point at the dam, and the target elevation 3,525, it provides Lake Powell with a 35-foot buffer designed to minimize the risk of dropping below the minimum power pool of the elevation of 3,490. We are really, 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 really close to that. As a matter of fact, that is less than 35 feet away. And today, as of 2 days ago, we're at 34.83 feet away. We're less than 35 foot. This is a disaster, ladies and gentlemen. Now here's a little time lapse here. You can see how the water level has shrunk. I found this on NASA's website, and I actually improvised and put what these numbers were at time of this. And basically it goes back to 1999 to 2021, and you can see how much this lake has dropped over the course of time. In 2010 it started to drop quite a bit, and then it came back a little bit, and then 2012 it came back quite a bit, and then 2013 it started falling, and then 15 to 16 it started really falling, and 17, 18, 19, and now 20 and 21. You can see that this thing's doggone near dried up. So not a good situation. You can see where the lake used to be. You can see where the main channel is, and that is what's going on there. Now let's roll down to Lake Mead and see what's going on down there. As we roll over to Lake Mead, the water level at Lake Mead is currently 1,064.23 feet MSL. Thursday, March 17, 2022 at 9 a.m. The level is 164.77 feet below full pool of 1,229. Changes since yesterday, down another 0.16. And if you think it's bad, upriver at Lake Powell, this is coming to pass too. I've talked about it heavily in other videos. I won't rehash what I've already talked about, but you can check those videos out anytime. They are on my page. And down to Lake Mojave we go to next. As we roll down to Lake Mojave, the water level at Lake Mojave is 642.72 feet MSL. Thursday, March 17, 2022 at 2:45 p.m. The level is 4.28 feet below full pool of 647. Changes since yesterday. This thing's on the increase by 0.04 feet. And down to Lake Havasu we go. And I want to say hi to the viewers down there. I have Brad and a few others, so I hope everybody's doing well down there. As we roll down to Lake Havasu, the water level at Lake Havasu is 448.07 feet MSL. Thursday, March 17, 2022 at 3:30 p.m. The level is 3.07 feet above full pool of 445. Changes since yesterday, 0.43. And that is all I have for tonight. Thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you guys are doing well, and we will see you on the next one. God bless.